Back to school. Are you ready for Algebra 1? This is a fun game for the students that you can give at the end of 8th grade or beginning of Algebra 1 to see if they've mastered the 8th grade math concepts. So the instructions are on slide 2. Students are going to start on slide 3. So at this point you want to instruct them to come up to the upper right hand corner, click on slideshow, and that makes it full screen. So here are all the topics they're going to cover. There are 6 questions in every topic: equation of a line, solving equations, exponents, scientific notation, and systems of equations. So here they're going to be able to keep track as they go through the game to see which of these they've mastered and how far they have to the end of the game. So they're going to start by clicking on the pencil. It takes them to their first question. So these are all in a multiple choice format. Here they have 6 questions for the equation of a line before they can move on to the next topic. So here, what is the equation for a line with a slope of 4 and a y-intercept of -2? Now, if they get the wrong answer, it takes them to a slide that says they're incorrect. They have to click back and go try again. When they get the right answer, it just takes them to the next problem. So as long as it's moving from one problem to the next, they know they're getting the correct answer. So once they get through all 6 questions, or equation of a line, and they've got some with graphs, then they go to a slide that says they made it through equation for the line. They're going to move on now to solving equations. So they click on their pencil. They can see that they have now completed the first section, and they're ready to move on. So then they have 6 problems on solving equations. When they get through that, they can see they've mastered this one. Now you want to point out to the students that anytime they get an incorrect answer, they have to go back to the beginning of that section. So they have to get all the questions correct in order before they move on. Then they've got 6 questions on exponents. And here they can see that they've mastered the first 3 sections: scientific notation, systems of equations, and they get down to the very end. They get a congratulations, they finished the game, and they can see they've completed every section. So this is a fun way to review 8th grade math. Are you ready for Algebra 1?